Admiral's log. We have pushed the Austro-Hungarian navy to its breaking point. Several of its battleships have been destroyed, their escorts have been eliminated, and their economy is in a bad state. It is now only a matter of time before the people revolt against the temporary leadership. Morale in Italy, on the other hand, is excellent. Even though people are tired of the war, they are determined to see it through to the bitter end. The fighting spirit of my crews is also excellent. I gave several ships some time off, seeing as the Austro-Hungarian forces were barely leaving their ports. This gave my crews time to see their families and blow off some steam. Interestingly, however, I've gotten several messages from captains who are eager to get back out there. These officers speak for their crews, which goes to show how important it is to the crews to contribute to the war effort. I have decided to make one last big dash with almost all of our ships into the Adriatic. Either the enemy comes out to meet us head-on with whatever they have left, or our show of force will be enough to bring them to their knees. Whichever option the Austro-Hungarians pick, it is going to be the end. Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back. It's episode 17. I thought I wouldn't exactly make it to episode 17, considering that we already have a peace treaty with the Austro-Hungarians, but somehow some of these factions have gone rogue, or at least that's my in-game explanation for it. So here they are again, desperately asking us to sign a peace treaty, and I'm going to agree again. I don't really have the illusion anymore that that is going to end the war. So I don't exactly know how this campaign is going to end. At any rate, we have plenty of battles ahead of us. The Austro-Hungarians have not been idle, and this is one of the reasons why I would like to damage their infrastructure and damage their economy more, but they just continue to pump out ships as they have 5 new destroyers. So we have another destroyer encounter here. We have a convoy that is currently under attack by our forces, 2 light cruisers and 2 destroyers against one of the last surviving heavy cruiser, the Styria, 2 destroyers and 8 transports. Over here we have a convoy. Must be something vital, as it is defended by the battleship Monarch. Let's take that guy down, shall we? 1 fewer battleships means that at some point my power projection is going to be so serious that they will be unable to just, well, prevent a blockade. At least that's the plan. Okay. Fiat has been updated. We saw her before. Let's go and have a closer look at the enemy. The Fiat is not nearly as quick as the battlecruisers, although the difference isn't that big. These things are about 10% faster. Where do you think you're going? 29 clicks out. No. We're not going to turn away just yet. Neither are you. We're going to just lob high explosive at the target. Why high explosive? Ferrari and Regina. You should know better than that. Because high explosive is nice, but high explosive against the battleship at this range is probably not the ideal choice. Simple reason being, I have at this range plunging fire. 25 kilometers is fine. It means that their accuracy is not going to be that good. Their pen chance is going to be pretty good. 20%. And, yep, aft belt, casemate pen, foredeck pen. I'm going to try and have the heavy cruiser torpedo this guy, because I think this battleship is not alone. Oops, there goes another casemate. And the convoy is probably there behind him. Fiat's going to move to the port side. They're going to torpedo. This is a battleship. If the battleship is still there by the time that the torpedoes arrive, that would be nice. If not, the torpedoes might run long and eliminate something behind the battleship. That is, if there is still a battleship left. See, in this case, it is 1 transport, but I would like to sink it anyway. Because as these rogue Austro-Hungarians have shown, apparently, you need to hit them harder and harder and harder, sinking more and more of their ships, and eventually just cripple their economy and do port strikes. There we go. 1 salvo, 2 salvos out from the Fiat. Fiat is now dangerously close to the battleship. to the point where those 8-inch guns are opening up. And in the meanwhile, the battle cruisers are just ripping this thing apart. The only ship that's currently taking damage is the Fiat 12,000. It's not that great to have this thing take damage, but a few percentages off of their structural integrity is not that bad. Alright, you can turn around, so you are outside of their secondary armament. What's the battleship doing? Just lumbering? Yes. But they have decided to throw all their armament at the heavy cruiser. It's an interesting choice. What's your range? 20 kilometers. That's fine. Continue to circle the battleship. Continue to, well, essentially punish it. And we got a pretty wide spread of torpedoes. The battleship does appear to be turning to meet the Fiat again. So, I think we're not that likely to get any... No. No, the Monarch turned too much. And she detected the torps. But, yeah. She's essentially going to dodge everything. And, well, she already has. Once again, it's the heavy cruiser that is taking the brunt of the fire. Range on the Monarch, 16 clicks. 2% chance to pen. Fortunately, my battle cruisers have a very different stat at 72%. Do I sink this guy? Yeah, I think sinking one convoy versus eliminating the battleship... Well, I wouldn't let the battleship live anyway. Sinking the convoy is not going to do as much damage to their economy as just blockading the entire nation. Just crippling their economy that way. Could you stop punching holes in my heavy cruiser? She's not enjoying it. These guys are pretty damn well positioned at a 0. Holy crap, that was 7 hits. That was Regina once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. And then 3 hits from the Ferrari. Yeah. There you go, more flooding. Why is the Regina trying to overtake you? You're set to a normal formation. You're not allowed to break formation. Destroy the secondary gun. Still not exactly sure if I should call these battleships or just super heavy cruisers. Considering that their main armament of 13-inch guns is fairly small, but their secondary armament of those vast numbers of 8-inchers are something very different. Oh, we're inside of their secondary range now. Don't get too close there, buddy. We don't need to. We got the range, we got the accuracy. We're fine where we are. Regina down to 65. Sorry, Fiat down to 65%. Crap. More flooding. Please slow that thing down. Because the Fiat is probably going to be slowing down as well. Yeah, 30 knots tops. We're 20 clicks out, so their secondaries no longer able to hit the heavy cruiser, and that's probably also why they're starting to switch fire to the Ferrari. That's a couple of good hits. Ship's starting to flood. Yeah, that was a full 4 hits. This time around, their structural integrity might fail before they flood out. Or are they going to succumb to fires? Destroyed main gun. Beautiful. Switch to high explosive. We might be able to just burn it down. No, they're putting out the fires too quickly now. Okay, AP. One more salvo ought to do it. Destroyed secondary gun. Battlecruiser's okay. Regina hasn't been hit at all. And the other one's down to 98%. This is fine. 0.5% of structural integrity. Yeah, you're done for, Monarch. There she goes. Okay, that's another battleship down. We already broke the blockade last episode, so this episode they're most likely not going to have... Well, they won't be able to re-establish the blockade, let me put it that way. And aside from that, I don't expect me to be able to blockade them. Let's have a look. No. My power projection is 2,000. Their power projection is still 6,800. See, I could get more power projection by getting more battleships out there, but a battleship's going to take easily 22 months, and I don't need that. What you got here? Yeah, another DD fight. You guys have seen these DD fights time and time again, so I'm just going to take all 3 of these off screen. 2 enemy destroyers later, and we just have this battle remaining. I'm going to show this one because this is 2 of my light cruisers. I believe that they have been upgraded, but I'm not exactly sure. They were upgraded with better firepower to deal with the heavy cruiser class, because their armament was just semi-armor piercing and proving to be severely undergunned when dealing with anything but a destroyer, a light cruiser, or a transport. So, let me check if these ships have the right firepower. No. Emanuele Filiberto and Sparviero both have semi-armor piercing. Okay, that means we're going to have to use the destroyers to punish the heavy cruiser up close. And we're going to have to use the light cruisers to destroy both the transports and the destroyers. So Aquilon and Fulmine are going to have to deal with the battleship. Which, sorry, with the heavy cruiser, which will make their lives particularly risky. No idea if I can get these guys out alive. Of course, I could just distract the heavy cruiser as long as possible and make sure that the destroyers or the light cruisers, whichever does the distracting, the other party is going to be able to take down the convoy, because that's what we're here for. Sink 100% of the enemy transports. We've already been detected, and there's our detector, the heavy cruiser. Now, the enemy's so good at detecting torpedoes that I'm not going to risk launching these from afar. I don't trust that I can launch them and get away with it. So we're just going to have the light cruisers. It's not a great role for them. Have the light cruisers draw fire and potentially go after the destroyers while they're doing that. While the destroyers kind of rush to a position where the heavy cruiser is expected to go and eliminate it. Oh, we already got a hit. That's very nice. Smoke up. They already got their first hit in as well. It's unsurprising considering that these heavy cruisers are packing a lot of 6-inch guns. They carry 12 of them. The same firepower as my light cruisers. But, yeah. They just ran out of torpedoes. Oh. This is potentially problematic. Yes, no. Depends on how I play this. You go that way, you go that way. Why are we getting all these partial pens? Just fire semi-armor piercing, sir. Same for you. Semi-armor piercing. Don't avoid collisions. I like collisions. Well, not that much, but well enough not to try to get out of their way. Chance to pen me. 0.1%? Yeah, right. You say the same thing about their ability / inability to pen my heavy cruiser and battle cruiser, but you seem to have no issues getting actual damage in on them as well. Okay, this guy is getting completely ripped apart. And that would be your heavy cruiser at 12 clicks out. These 3 torps could pose issues, but I suspect the destroyers will be far and long gone by the time the destroyer, or that the torpedoes get there. And the other salvo is over there, which is completely harmless. Okay, that's one down. I don't know if I can pen that. Actually, let's try. Shoot the shit. Splitting up. I don't want my guys to split up, because it's going to make it more difficult to control them. Semi-armor piercing targets your destroyer. That guy. I don't see any warnings that they've run out of torpedoes yet, so they're probably still holding those. I stand corrected. There, the warning had just already disappeared. But whose torpedoes are these? Because this is the heavy cruiser, which still has torps. It's running a little low on high explosive shells, though. Range 10-9, 10-8, 10-7. Let's go. We're going to detach. You're definitely engaging the lead destroyer, so I'm going to smoke up the lead destroyer, and the second one's just going to follow in its wake. Sharpshooter D62 is getting punched full of holes. Again, this is what the light cruisers excel at. So just let them do their business. This guy just torped a destroyer, the Aquilon. Sharpshooter D62 is getting destroyed. You just torped me again, I suspect, and you switched fire. Come on, there you go. Alright, Sparviero. You've not been damaged, go after the convoy. You, semi-piercing shells against the heavy cruiser, chance to pen 2.5%. Just do whatever damage you can. Hello, torpedo. Torpedoes, in fact, that's the quintuple launcher, that's the 5 launcher. Means we still got a couple of somewhat... There we are, solo torpedoes coming my way. Flooding. Okay, I'll take it. Let's go. It's their last heavy cruiser. Your smokescreen is running out just about now. Turning circle is 329. Jesus, that's really, really good. Turn. Get the torpedoes away before you sink. Turn. Torpedoes away, 1 salvo. They've detected and are moving to dodge. 2 salvos away. Aquilon's now fighting for her life. Badly flooded. Styria is turning hard over, but will take 2 torpedoes. 1 on the stern, and second one slightly further up ahead. Okay, now I can hit them again. No, actually hold. Because this thing is being very unpredictable. That's nice, don't do that. My turn. Torpedoes away, point blank range. Yeah, that'll leave a mark. That was 8 torpedoes, almost a perfect salvo. It's the end of both the destroyers and the heavy cruiser. So, by my count, they are down to 0 heavy cruisers and 1 destroyer? Or none? 1 destroyer. Their entire fleet, if you're going to call it that at this point, consists of 4 battleships and 2 battle cruisers and 1 destroyer, and that is it. That's cute. Let's see what else they have. See, I just don't quite understand this, because it says the battle is not done, the war is not finished, and the war continues, despite me signing a peace treaty. The German Empire warns their head of Admiralty for excessive naval expenditures. Okay, might be a French infiltrator, considering his name is François Darlan. I'm not sure why. Ugh, another DD fight. Like, they pump out a destroyer, I kill a destroyer. They build a destroyer, I sink the destroyer. It's getting a bit tedious. Sadly, this time around, the Strale got, well, the enemy destroyer got the better of me, and the Strale was destroyed. Very unfavorable outcome. But, wow, they just got the jump on me. Alright, what else do we got? Oh, 4 DDs against the battleship Kronprinzessin. Veteran crew, I am not going to take that fight. If you want to fight me, you're going to have to catch me first. And I know that your battleship is incapable of such an act. So, bye-bye, and off we shoot. During this encounter and running away, only the Nicola Fabrizi was damaged, but not terribly. The Austro-Hungarians continue to lose transports. I have no idea how they continue to finance their expansion of 4% growth per year, which is something that we currently can only dream of with the state of the economy. Alright, let's organize the fleet to go on a port strike. On Santa Regina, the Lamborghini, the Nicola Fabrizi is repairing. We got the Coty. Oh yes, of course, the Coty is going to be joining part, or is going to be part of this one. Ferrari and Aquila. Where's the other battle cruiser? You still refitting? Where's the San Gennaro? In Palermo. There you are. Alright, everybody form up here. Everybody who is capable of leaving the ports, go. We're going to form one massive fleet, and we're going to hit these guys as hard as we can. Their power projection is 8,900, because they've built another 2 DDs and 2 CLs, and yeah, great. Okay, here we go again. Now, sending out my fleet seems to have provoked whatever was left of the Austro-Hungarian fleet, minus 2 of their battle cruisers. Because they have 4 battleships left, and they are all here. The Erlauchte, Francis, Kronprinzessin Erzherzogin, Stephanie, and Rudolf. They're all here. Fortunately, I have all my battle cruisers here. Ferrari, Regina, San Gennaro. I have a fleet of light cruisers to intercept their destroyer and a light cruiser. And I have 3 destroyers of my own to try and torpedo the battleships while they are potentially busy shooting up the battle cruisers. The crews on the Erlauchte is veteran, regular, veteran, and veteran. So these are not to be underestimated. I'm going to keep all of my secondary ships outside of range until their capital ships have been destroyed. This is kind of the battle I was hoping for. Provoke the enemy. Get as much of them out there as possible and eliminate them all in one swift blow. Now the San Gennaro has been tasked with taking the lead. She has been in dry dock, refitted, and now has the capped ballistic 1 shells like her sisters. She has been undergoing training and has a trained crew. Regina, veteran, and of course the Ferrari, veteran. Then we have our light cruiser group. I'm going to keep the light cruisers as condensed as possible. So let's make it a 3 and a 4. I'm not even sure where the enemy is yet. Can we get a radar ping, please? Most likely about 50 clicks out. That's generally how these things go now. To the southwest somewhere. South. Really? I need to know where they are before I can make any plans. Sea conditions, very good. It's gonna work both ways. So I need to make sure my ships are not too close. Oh, we get a radar return here. Okay, fine. 30 times speed. You know what? 1 big light cruiser div. It's fine. The battle cruisers are going to be faster anyway. And most of their ships are not carrying torpedoes. Well, the destroyers are, the light cruisers are, but I believe the range is not going to be that much of a factor here. Here we go. We have contact with the enemy. We know where their battleships are, and they're coming directly for us. I'm going to try and get the destroyers into a favorable torpedo position. That means we're going to have to go through the battleship div. The light cruisers are just going to follow along with the battle cruisers-ish. Potentially screen them a bit. And have these guys slow down to full speed, maximize cruise speed, accuracy bonuses. And everybody is going to fire AP. That means we get 27 18-inch guns firing at the lead battleship, and they're turning the wrong way. It's not where I want them to go. Destroyers, we're going to have to mingle with the light cruisers and just sail right through the division so that we can get into a more favorable position. Off you go. Now already we've hit one of their battleships once, twice. Chance to pen should be pretty damn good under this angle. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is the destroyers and their 13-kilometer range. Because you got those massive secondaries. Really don't like that. San Gennaro took a mild hit. Ricochet? Really? This is your target, people. There you go. 30 clicks out with the DDs. Yeah, it's going to take them quite a while to get into a good firing position. The battleships are still 23 clicks out. This is not a bad position to be in. I have 13-inch guns shooting me, just a lot of them. But as long as they're broadside, my 18-inch shells have the best possible chance to pen them. Because I'm not looking at ricochets. Or at least not that many. This is the difference, by the way, between a trained crew and a veteran crew. You got the Sangianata with 7.5%, and then the Regina with 11%. And the Ferrari being slightly closer, 12%. And one of their lead battleships has already taken a bit of a pounding. Ricochet. Pen. Destroyer range, 23 kilometers. We're getting somewhere. Are the light cruisers not taking a ton of damage yet? No, we're 19 clicks out. This is fine. Oh, Sangianata is flooding. She seems to be incurring the wrath of the entire battleship group. Turn to port. Come about. The entire div. Destroyers, 20 clicks out. Okay, we're gonna head straight for the battleships now. And just kind of let them come to me. So that I can ideally torp them. And everybody behind them as well. Sangianata down to 88%. But I have done 3 times the damage that they have done. The light cruisers are also gonna have to turn around. No, just clicking is easier. Otherwise I don't exactly know what they're gonna do. 16 clicks out. That is when the secondaries start making my life pretty damn dangerous. Because the Elfwyn and her secondary armament is shooting the Lampo. Problematic. 14 clicks out. 14.5. 14.3. 14. Need to get closer. But by getting closer, we're now getting attention from another battleship as well. What are they doing? They're leaving, aren't they? Yeah, we're just gonna have to torp this before they all turn around. If I can just make them move, that'll be sufficient. Just go very aggressive on the torps. There we go. Lampo launched. Turn back. It is getting way too hot here. Way too much fire coming down. Look at this. This is pretty serious firepower that you have here. So that's about 160, 170 8-inch guns. They are all shooting. Okay. You guys are running out of smoke. And you're running out of health. So let's get you back. The Elfwyn seems to be falling back. Trying to fall back into formation. I doubt this destroyer is going to survive. Yes, she's done for. If it's only a destroyer, then tough, but I don't really mind. See, this torpedo salvo could cause all sorts of issues for all of these battleships. The Elfwyn has probably taken a bit of damage to stability. 20%. Very nice. Yeah, we're going to switch fire to the Francis. I was hesitating there for a second because I don't want to spook the battleships. I don't want to have them change course. The more that they change course, the more the torpedoes are going to be at risk of being completely thrown off. So I hope that Francis and company doesn't change direction too much. All they need to do to avoid is turn to port. Turn that way. As long as they don't do that, we should have some pretty decent opportunities to get a couple of torpedo hits. There's the Francis, detecting the torps. Their turning circle is good. Yeah, there we go. They're turning to port. The entire div is turning to port. But that means that the Francis will still take 2 torpedoes. And these are 24-inch. So that is gonna cause some damage. These other two could be impacting the Rudolph. This next torpedo is going to hit the Francis again. Not causing any flooding. The other battleship is turning the wrong way. Oh, these DDs have done a fantastic job. Look at the Kronprinzessin. You're going to take 4, maybe 5 torps there. More, potentially. 1, 2, 1 on the stern there. 3, 4. Now, these are tough cookies. They got anti-torp 4. Anti-flood 3. And standard bulkheads. There's another one on the bow. Nice going. Francis is badly flooded. Situation here. You guys have survived. That's good. Range? 25.5. I'm going to get the light cruisers a bit closer so that I don't accidentally ram them with the battle cruisers. And yep, there's more flooding on the Francis. They are out of HE ammo, which they're currently looking to kill the battle cruiser with. Can we pen at this angle? I should be able to. Kronprinzessin, despite taking the most torpedoes, seems to be doing fairly well. She has an engine that's been damaged, potentially out of the fight for good. But aside from that, her structural integrity is doing pretty well. Her flooding is not nearly as bad as the Francis. And Rudolph, despite taking 2 torpedoes, is mostly fine. Same cannot be said for that last battleship, but I don't know how her status is, as I can't see her anymore. Battle cruisers. Get a little closer. The DDs. Save your torps. What's the range? 23. So they're firing at the destroyers with their main armament. It's an interesting choice. I wouldn't say it's the right choice. Because the destroyer is extremely hard to hit, but the AI seems to be absolutely allergic to destroyers. Switch fire to the Rudolph. Because the Francis is not going anywhere. She's down to 10 knots. And she probably has a ton of damage and stability, yeah, 40%. So her accuracy is completely shot. Kronprinzessin down to 16% damage and stability, and you probably have none. Alright, so that's the target. The Rudolph. Hold on, why is my light cruiser group taking damage? This needs to leave. You, detach. Don't avoid, just exit the theater. It is too dangerous. It's the battleships going after my light cruisers now with their primary armament. Okay, the CLs just got way too close. I still need them to deal with the battle, well, to deal with the cleanup, essentially, after the battleships have been eliminated. Which will happen. Because they still got light cruisers and a destroyer. Speaking of, these guys have been completely rearmed. Between all 3 battle cruisers, I still have over 1,200 armor-piercing shells. So I am not concerned about having not enough shells to finish this fight. Come on, a couple more pens on Rudolph. That's more like it. I wasn't expecting such a big fight with the Austro-Hungarians, but I welcome it. I just provoked them apparently by having a massive encounter, or a massive presence in the Adriatic. Or, sorry, the Eastern Mediterranean, as the game considers it. And that really provoked them into coming out with everything they had. And I welcome it. You're not actively shooting me anymore. You have range, but your accuracy is potentially not good enough. San Gennaro doing 1k damage, Regina 1.5, Ferrari 1.2. So the San Gennaro, despite her slightly less experienced crew, is definitely keeping up. Overpen. Ah, there's the Erlauchte again. You've come back. How nice. That saves me from having to chase you down. All battle cruisers, hard to port. Because our angle relative to the enemy target is not great, causing higher chances of ricochets. Switch to high explosive for a bit. With 9 18-inch guns firing high explosive, we could set some serious fires on that ship. Regina fires and misses. Ferrari and San Gennaro fire, causing some explosive hits to contact with the hull, setting some fires. Another fire. They've lost about 20% of their crew and climbing quickly. The Alaucht is down to 14% losses, 15%, 4%. Despite taking 5 torpedoes. That's how well a torpedo blister is going to come in handy. Range 19.6. Our angle is improving. It's very nice. Ricochet chance is dropping. Let's go back to high explosive. Oh, sorry, back to armor piercing. Yep, flooding. Flat out pen damage. There's the CL. Where are my CLs at? Okay. It's a bit far. Where are my DDs at? 22 kilometers. You know what? I think it's safer to just withdraw the DDs. Not that I really need them later, I think. Considering how well the battle's going, but I don't want to lose them. The Gennaro is taking a bit more damage than I would like. So is the Rudolf probably on their end. They've done 8,900 damage. Oh, yeah, right. They murdered a destroyer. That really added up. At this rate, I think the Gennaro is going to be out of action for a good long time, but... well, she'll be essentially out of targets. As this is... maybe save one ship, the entirety of the Austro-Hungarian fleet. I just really hope that this is also going to be the end of the war. Because the game seems a bit bugged in that regard. Come on, Rudolf. 20%. You're too heavily angled. You're just flat out bow in. I can still pen you through the bows. But I'm getting quite a few ricochets from some of my battle cruisers. Pen. Come on, just flood them out. Oh, they're turning. Aren't they? Yes, they are. They're turning. Okay, good. It's causing them to be more susceptible to pens. Ricochet, ricochet, ricochet. Oh, they're almost out of main guns. This is essentially out of main ammo. You still have a lot, and so do you. But that means I can close to within that about 17, 18-inch kilometer range to get better pen and better accuracy. Let's go. And all the while, just continue to harass this target. Because now she's exposed the port side of her ship. And with that, she's essentially inviting disaster. San Gennaro has seen better days. It's a new ship. It shouldn't be this badly battered, although it is a warship. You do send it out in times of war. 23, 22.9, 22.8. Oh, come on. For some reason, the second battleship appears to be getting very, very, very close to the mean one. Flooding. This should immediately give me a jump in accuracy, because the ship is essentially dead in the water now. Ship's doing 3 knots. And if I don't hit the one target, I'll probably hit the other. Range 20 clicks. Come on. I know the Stephanie is still firing back at me, but she's about to stop with that because she's running out of shells. Oops, that hit the Stephanie. The Erlaucht is still shooting back at me. Come on, I just want to... There you go, Stephanie's out of ammo. I'm going to take out the Rudolph. Rudolph still has a fairly healthy amount of ammo. Oh, hi. Sorry, I didn't know we were going to mingle with the light cruisers. But that could actually be handy. Smoke up. Yep, I'm now inside of a smoke screen set by either Aretusa or Sparviero, making my ship far more difficult to hit. I don't use that nearly enough. Ricochet. We got 211 shells here, 249, 264 on the Ferrari. Not great. After that, I'm going to have to throw explosives at them, high explosive. Which is not necessarily what I would like. You're out of ammo, you're out of accuracy. You have ammo, but you need to get a better chance to hit. Francis has compensated for her damage and stability, so should still be considered a threat. Oh, light cruisers are a bit at risk here. Still shooting at the battle cruisers, it says, but the light cruisers are so close that they might accidentally become a victim. Come on. Finish it. Thank you. Down to 10%. Storr has torpedoes at the 14-4, so I'm well clear of those. Flooding. Structural integrity failing. 7%, 11% buoyancy, 10%. After this is down, we're going to go for the Francis. 4% structural. 3. 2. Buoyancy down. Next target, Francis. Yep, destroyed casemate, full pen. Good. Next. Please keep hitting this thing and hit him hard. The San Gennaro is down to less than 50%. Should I detach this ship, yes or no? Because she's going to try and fall back in the formation anyway. Ooh, that was a good shot. Was that the Regina? Maybe. Yeah, you're really getting it now, Francis. There's the Erlaucht, and there's the fairly healthy Kroonprinzessin, which is engaging with her secondary armament. Ah, we got too close there. 26% structural. No, I want a San Gennaro to maintain fire. I need those shells that she has to offer. There. 28% chance, 27 and 15. Probably damage and stability. No, just a worse crew. Okay, so that one's going down. Next, I think... just finishing off the Erlaucht. Because I'm not sure if I have enough ammo to go for the Kroonprinzessin. Between the three ships I should. 6%. Ship has lost 30% of her crew and is listing badly to starboard. Some of her guns have been destroyed. Most of her secondaries are probably inoperable as well. The ship is flooding. Badly burning. She's down. No, Erlaucht is in smoke. I'm not going to target a ship that's inside of a smoke screen. Kroonprinzessin is out of ammo. Her secondaries, though, are not. And are targeting the Ferrari. Which isn't the closest ship, is it? The San Gennaro is. Oh, there we go again. She's already starting to badly hurt. Now, arguably, I'm getting my ships a bit too close. But I just want to get this fight over with. And I'm willing to take some 8-inch shell fire in order to get more accuracy for the very few remaining armor-piercing shells. Because I need a lot of pen and a lot of damage on that ship. The Ferrari's done 131, Gennaro at 58, Regina at 57 by now. That's better. 34% structural. Range on the store, 14.6. That puts me within their secondary range. Not a fan. Get the CLs back here. I might need them in a minute. So far so good. She's down to 27% structural integrity. These battle cruisers are doing even better than I'd expected. Because I thought I might not have enough ammo to take this ship down. Yeah, ricochets. Everybody switch to high explosive. We get 95 shells here, 27 shells here, and 31 AP shells there. But this can hurt you just as badly, and potentially worse. At least under this angle. Store still has not launched. There you go. Fires are consuming the ship. She's lost 30% of her crew. Come on. More partial pens. Every time that I get a full salvo to land on her, I think she loses 4% structural, something like that. Like, it hurts them pretty bad. There, they're down to 13%. The fires are starting to tick up really quickly now. Down to 11%. The amount of casualties the Austro-Hungarians are taking is pretty serious. They have almost 2,000 sailors serving aboard one of these battleships. There you go. I'm not going to stop firing on this ship until she's dead. Store still has not launched torps. Good. 5% structural. Come on. 4%. I don't like this light cruiser so close. I really don't. Holding on 4%, 3%, 2%. She's still burning. Come on, finish it. 0.2%, 0.1. Fires probably will do it. She's gone. Everybody, resume firing armor-piercing shells at the Erlauchte. Actually, not the Gennaro. She's the trailing ship, and she's basically bow onto that ship. Yeah. I think her chance to pen's not good enough. Keeping a pretty close eye on the store, but she still has not launched her torps. Even with... Oh, ammo detonation. That's uncomfortable. Even though the light cruiser is very well... There she goes, she just torped me. She torps the Ferrari. Fuck. Fine. You're gonna go that way. You're gonna go that way. That will pull some of my firepower off of the line. But rather that than lose the entire ship. Oh crap, you're out of AP. Oh, that's bad. The battleship needs to go, but so does the CL. Regina, switch to the light cruiser. A few good hits and the light cruiser will be dead. Slow down. It's not the first light cruiser that you killed. You know how to do this. What is that, though? No! No, 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 no. Not the Regina. Not the Regina. I'm gonna take a torp here. This is bad. Got complacent and I got too close. Turn around. Ferrari, come back. Gennaro, come back. Regina's down to 96% buoyancy. Seemingly holding on 96. That's going to hit. Yeah, her buoyancy is holding. Her main tower, though, has been destroyed. Causing severe accuracy loss. Ferrari that way, San Gennaro that way. Maintain pressure on the battleship. Yep. We still have AP shells on the Ferrari. Just that ricochet angle. It's making me pick some other shells. Send in all the light cruisers. Everybody, get in there. Now. There you go. The store is probably going to flood out. Regina is not. Ferrari's pen chance. Slow angle. Okay, switch back to AP. I make as much use of those last few AP shells that I have. That's exactly what I wanted. You are really catching on. 93% chance to hit. Good morning. Yeah. We got her. It's just that the DD launched. And you did too. Let me guess. The Gennaro? No, the Ferrari. Interesting. Store is flooded and dead. Erlauchte. Down to 1% structural integrity. Okay. I'm gonna have to pay close attention to when torpedoes get detected, so I can avoid them. Are you kidding? 0.6? No, you're gone. San Gennaro took the kill. That is the last of their battleships dead. The last gone. Torpedoes there, there. Gennaro, turn that way. The DDs are now harmless because they don't have any torpedo reloads. And now the CLs... What? Holy, what? Oh, God. You took torps? No. No. Something else must have happened. No. She wasn't that badly hurt. But I think the two torpedoes, without a torpedo blister, caused the loss of the Regina. Oh, God. I'm sorry, it was probably in the list, but I was too busy commanding the light cruisers and the other battleships, or the other battle groups out of safety. Oh, I'm sorry, my dear. You are my favorite. Fuck. Fuck. That should not have happened. That really should not have happened. It wasn't even a flooding that killed it, just a flat-out impact of these 21-inch torpedoes. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. She was such a good ship, Regina. Damn it. This DD is now incurring the wrath of all the light cruisers that are still functioning. The retreating light cruiser is currently 70 clicks away. Emanuel Filiberto. She survived. This is taking far too long. Switch to AP. Punch a couple of holes in them. These are veteran crews. Why are you not hitting? So I found that the semi-arm piercing shells are, in situations like these, when they're heading away, pretty good, because they cause a lot of floodings. And by doing that, you slow them down, and you intercept them, and you murder them. D65, overpenned, partial penned, pen, flooding, more flooding. We give no quarter today, not after the loss of the Regina. There she goes. Damn it. Oh, I did not want to lose the Regina like that. Oof. And I thought I had them out in safety. I got 18,754 victory points. They got 670. I lost the battle cruiser, and I lost 1 destroyer. They lost 4 battleships, a light cruiser, and 2 DDs. The nation Austro-Hungarian Empire has a revolution. Unrest became uncontrollably high, and the Austro-Hungarian Empire and the government, let's say the military junta, has been overthrown. The people do not trust Franz von Holub due to his low naval prestige. You mean the entire destruction of his fleet. He's relieved from duty and expelled from the country. That, I believe, means that the campaign has ended. With a bang, I might add. Total ships built, 42. Total ships lost, 12. I don't think that's accurate because I just lost a battlecruiser. Yeah, this is not updated. Because I sunk another 4 battleships just now. So these stats are not accurate. Anyway, I have lost 12 ships. They have lost 8 times that number at 96 ships. I have sunk a factor of, what is that? 30-ish? Almost, yeah. I think almost factor 30 times more tonnage than I've lost. I have lost 71 transports. And this is bullshit. The enemy did not lose 39. I hunted down so many convoys. But that seemingly does not do anything but get you, I don't know, 10 victory points each. It's pretty shit. Anyway, that was the Italian campaign. 1940, fast boats. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be doing another campaign at some point. Might be soon, might not be. I'm not sure yet. I'll let you guys know. Or well, you'll see on the channel anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your favorite ship was down below in the comments, and I'll see you soon for another campaign.